This podcast is brought to you by Stephen Ortiz Jr. and my brand is LRG, and we have Duke Cannon. And Duke Cannon is starting to sell body wash, bars of soap, cologne, and a lot of like men essential stuff. And LRG is it's a clothing brand, and yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Eat&Talk. My name is Yusra.
And I'm Gilbert, and we're back with another episode of Eat&Talk.
Gilbert, go ahead and introduce our guest
and
today.
And this man, he doesn't need no introduction. He does not need no introduction.
First of all, he brought some fire-ass food, y'all. That's all I gotta say. Afro Steakhouse in Minneapolis, Northeast Minneapolis. Shout out to them. What did you bring for us?
Please, let me
What is
describe
this called?
it.
Gilbert describe it.
Oh, he knows this, huh?
We have the... Steven, can you zoom in, please? Make sure I represent Cameroon. We have soya. If you guys don't know how to pronounce it, let us know. We'll tell you how to pronounce it. Cameroon has the best jollof rice right in front of us, as we can witness. Steven, can you please zoom in the camera again? Let them see the jollof rice we have. And then you guys be acting like, hot sauce is hot, too hot. What do you guys call your hot sauce? Hot
Who's
sauce.
us? East Africans?
Americans.
Call us best.
But this is Cameroon hot sauce. This is what I mean, hot sauce. But man, we got a lot to eat today.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Skilla.
Yeah, and our motto here is great conversations, feast starvation. So that brings us to you. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Mr.
Don't
Skilla.
be humble.
Yeah, don't be humble at all.
Well, I'm Skilla. Everybody knows me by Skilla by now. Creative director, model, muse.
Can you say that again?
I just feel like he's like a superstar. He's literally I'm like, should I get his autograph before or after this interview?
Did you see how he introduced himself? Can you go ahead, repeat yourself again? Repeat the introduction. Don't be humble.
Just an artist, not just
an artist and a model and
creative director, nightlife director. Quite busy guy, I would say.
I love your glasses, by the way.
Thank you.
They're really cool.
Why she's in that topic? Please, can we go through your outfit? So please tell us who dressed you today. Where are the glasses from?
We got to show head to toe later on because my man did not come to play today.
He did not. So please take us piece by piece.
Very casual outfit.
So the glasses, where are the glasses from?
I look like a librarian. He didn't give me the memo. You didn't give me the memo. I should have dressed
Today's
up.
for him. It's not for us.
Yeah,
we're
but
always shining, but
I like to match people's energies and flies.
Is this day?
I feel like I'm going to school, 9th grade.
So, but please explain where the glasses are from. The whole outfit.
Well, glasses have some vintage Tom Ford.
Okay. Tell them where the chain is from.
It's a vintage Tom Ford.
The chain is Louis Vuitton, part of Virgil collection.
Okay.
May so rest in peace.
Please tell us where the shirt is from.
The shirt actually is a vintage shirt. I don't even know the brand.
The man said vintage. He doesn't know the brand.
I don't know.
It looks expensive.
He already named more than my rent already so far.
We're not going to talk about the risk, so let's just leave it there. But I know you're wearing some, very exclusive slides that everyone can get. Where are the slides from?
The slides are not from nowhere. These are my slides. This is Skilla leather good slides. It's my quote unquote.
Don't be humble.
These are my muse.
Don't be humble.
And that's why we're here today. Yeah. It's because of Skilla Leather Goods. As you can see, the website behind it. And then he brought all of these amazing goods. So we're just going to really get into it. Tell us what Skilla Leather Goods is. What is your brand? Start off with how you even started.
My brand is, I would say, it's a lifestyle brand.
Okay.
It started it's more of an adventure because it's just, as I said, I'm a model, stylist, never really thought about designing or just making pieces. But I've always kind of had a eye of I would like to make these shoes or like this pants to fit a certain way or a shirt to fit a certain way. Just, I always had a eye for something, not just the way it's presented to me. During pandemic, I would say that's when everybody just became woke and figured out that they can actually tap in and your ability, your skills. I wasn't shooting as much, so it was just like more of like what's the next thing to do, what to be more relevant in the game or in the industry, in the art scene. So I just slowly took myself out from being a model, being always in front of the camera, to just more be like behind the scene, creating, styling, and just designing, creating a lot of mood board. So that's what I said. The muse is a journey. Like all these pieces are all kind of like a journey of inspiration. And
so for people watching, I'm pretty sure you said a word, the mood board. Can you explain what a mood board is?
Mood board is like a visual. It's like a visual goal planning. A lot of artists, musicians, like just art in general. Like there's a lot of I would say like visual pictures that you put together to kind of like reference, like, oh, I would like this picture to look like Van Gogh in the 40s and 30s, you know. It's just certain pieces that you just want to reference to, or like certain African mask that maybe it's not part of your design, but you like that feel part of your storyline. So I have, throughout my journey of being an artist, I have like more than like in my phone I have like 1,500 files of different mood boards.
Love that.
So it's
Dreaming big.
That's inspirational. So you kind of like not came up with this, but you kind of kickstarted during the pandemic. Okay.
So I was during the pandemic. A lot of I would say a lot of people came up to me and just kind of like inspired me, to push me to kind of like to wake up, like, hey, you're an artist, you have great taste in clothes, like, I think you should look more into the business side, like just create.
So what were some like obstacles, like transitioning from like modeling into actually becoming a creative designer?
I honestly would say I didn't really face any obstacles switching, because I just kind of, it was always in me. The obstacle I would say were more like the business part of it. Like I'm more the artistic guy, more just vibe, just I have it in mind, but it's just never really into the business side, like maybe checking the email, talking to distributors, manufacturers, and so those are like things that I grew with it. You know, like you go to school, you learn things, so those are the part I had to learn with. They don't teach you about
business like in school or life. You have to learn that on your own.
Definitely.
Definitely. That's amazing. So how did, like, people when they come up with like their brands, it's usually like clothes. Like, how did you come up with leather goods, and like why did you come up with leather goods?
Don't be humble, Skilla. I don't know why you're humble, but
leather is just. I just wanted something heavy, luxury. I'm not saying cotton's not luxury or viscose is not luxury, but leather is something it has a story to it. Like this shirt is like 10 years old, so there's a story to it. It's leather. It has, older it gets, more story to it. So it's just, to me, I want it to be like, it stays. You
wanted something quality that lasts you a long time, which is so true. Anything leather gets you through a lifetime.
I want it to be passed on. I want it to be a generational, like, luxury. I want it not just to fade away and just for the time of it, but and it's researched leather. It's made in Mexico. It's like the city of Leon. That's like where you find leather, like like the mecca of leather.
That's amazing.
Everything there is leather. Like, you want to make house in leather, you go there. They can make it for you.
Wow.
So it was a journey going there, visiting different manufacturers.
So you physically went there?
Yes.
Okay, and like you felt like the materials and everything. Yes. Okay, talk about that a little bit. Like, how did you get through that journurney?
This journey was actually me and Mafi.
So shout out to Mafi. Boss Mafi.
He's we call him mafioso. Not just I know mafioso has a very criminal canon to it, but I use it as a more of like, because I grew up in Italy, I have that, I would say that trait in me, like mobster is just different.
My mom lived in Italy too. She till this day calls me mafia.
So it's just like very, sometimes people might think it's like a bad way to describe somebody, but to me I use it as like,
you're a boss.
You're a boss. You carry yourself very well, and
that's definitely boss.
You hold business very well. So he definitely is a big rock to this, big supporter to me, pushing Skilla to a different level. So me and him took this journey to Mexico. We actually went to Mexico like in a span of a year. We went to Mexico like 5 times.
Wow.
Just to visit manufacturers, visit different tannery, just meeting different people, like just get in tune with the culture. Like we started from a big manufacturer to actually doing stuff to a local artisanal, like hand to hand. Like this is hand to hand. It's not like big machines sewing it. Like this is hand stitched.
Wow.
Like everything is like made with just passion. Like it's known.
That's different.
Yeah. So the sole is made in Portugal. The leather is like the interesting part of the leather is the Gucci 2010 collection. They made this fur Gucci, like it was a very big deal. Everybody was wearing it.
Yeah.
They had the fair. So that's the leather they use. So basically, I'm using the same
leather as Gucci. Okay.
But it's Skilla, not Gucci.
But this is Skilla.
But it's
Yeah.
Skilla.
So it's a very researched leather. It's like
I think, just listening to you talk about the trip to Mexico, I feel like that is what sells a brand. The story behind that brand is what sells the product.
definitely.
It's what sells the product, and the fact that you guys started from a big manufacturer, now you guys actually went from hand to the consumer. That is very powerful. So, but the leather.
No, I honestly agree. Like 100%, it's the story, and like it's not just something that like, because a lot of, I mean, I don't know exactly how I can't speak for the brands, but a lot of businesses, I should say, work where, especially during the pandemic, like, they had to work with someone from like China or like whatever the case is, but like you specifically like made the effort to visit multiple times to like actually pick out your material. So that's super special. Like shout out to you. So after you incorporated and you found out like all the leather and like the material and stuff like that, so tell us about kind of how you went into the process now of like building your brand now here at home, creating the website and like selling it. Like how has that success rate been for you?
Man, it's been, I would say, like a journey, a long journey. Like from the website was ready like 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, but I never had any products. So the website was just there. I was just paying subscription. It was just there. No, the domain was there, so it was just like something is there. Skilla Leather Goods the domain is there, so I was happy about that. But the website wasn't running. The Instagram page was nothing on there. But it was I just needed something to know like I'm doing something, like just the process of building things, and I just knew like it's gonna come to the bigger picture. So once the muse came up, it was just like attack. I didn't really have a game plan. I just like, I want the muse. Once I have it, we'll just go with it. We'll take pictures, we'll build the brand, but I just want this muse in my hands so I can know what I'm doing. So
I know you keep on saying muse.
Yeah.
Can you explain to why you choose to call them muse?
because if I didn't want to put it as a generic as slides. Slides could be your Nike basketball slides.
I love the smell of leather, by the way. That's how you know it's real leather. I love the smell of leather. So don't mind me. I'm just saying. I love the smell of leather.
You gonna smell the bag too?
I just smell it right now. Like it smells so good.
But continue.
I didn't want to call it slides. It could be generically said slides just to be easy and everyday term, but slides are basketball slides, like Nike slides, and just simple slides that you just wear. This is more, it's simple, but it's
this
more
is luxury.
It's luxury.
I think, I feel like the name too sells the brand.
It's luxury.
It's luxury. So it's
the
Muse.
name sells the brand.
Muse at the real definition of what you call half-calf shoes. It's called Muse, especially for men. Slides is Muse.
Yeah.
Now everyone is about to be saying Muse.
Yeah.
Calling that Nike slides Muse.
Yeah.
So they have JW Anderson Muse. There's a lot of brands that do it, like Martin Rose. I have this.
Chill with the names. Half of these people can pronounce the names.
These are like designers, brands that experimented into like half shoes, would say, or slides for men or unisex. But
So are you marketed towards like men mostly?
no, slide Muse. I would say it's
Don't be putting slides. You put slides in your
they are unisex. I would want to me, it's just like women, men should wear them. Who wouldn't want to wear mules with their pants or just
Yeah.
it's a everyday wear, casual wear, like any outfit goes with it. That's my main
Yeah, I
purpose.
see that. Yeah. I love it. And you wear it too. Like
Me personally, I wear it. So I
I
know it's
I see
comfortable.
Gilbert,
So
yeah.
He's been like
I'm the walking brand.
the
Yeah.
walking brand, the biggest influencer I have for
Yeah.
this brand
So-
right now. He's literally, naturally, he just took it up to himself.
The ambassador
He
for
literally
Skilla.
took it to himself
Yeah.
Hire myself.
to just do it.
Yeah.
And I'm happy about that.
I love that. So, like, what could we, so what is there on Skilla leather goods? Like, there's shoes. Like, tell us what you brought today.
So, Skilla leather goods for right now, what I'm pushing is the Muse. I have the black that's live, ready to sell. It's on the website. The red one and the white one are just for pre-sale. There's a pre-order. These designs are going to be like this. There's not going to be maybe making... These are going to be the silhouette for any upcoming Muse with the fur or whatever might be my crazy inspo. But it's always going to be like this. Different colors, different texture, but it's always going to be the same design.
Yeah.
Then bigger things will be the bag. It's not on the website yet. We're still producing it.
This
You
bag
guys saw it here first. Eat and
This
Talk. You
bag
saw the
is so
bags.
cute. I love
still-
it. It matches my
Right,
outfit.
right.
I'm like, oh, so cute. I love it.
So we have bags, we have holsters,
quality.
we have cylinder bags. So we have belts. We have a whole lot of accessories just built around leather and everyday wear or just luxury accessories.
Yeah.
And this is up and live, ready to go on the website, or
Not the bag.
Not the bags.
bags,
The bags are still under construction, still under, I would say, in the artistic world, under construction, still experimenting what to do with them. So
I love it. Well, if you need a bag model, my arm is always ready.
Perfect.
So Skilla is like your name. Is that your name, or is that like your
You wanna put the man
artistic
government
name?
name on
Oh,
it?
he doesn't have to. I'm just saying because we like to know what the meaning is. You know,
yeah, let the people know what's
I feel like it's an inspiration to people.
Definitely. Skilla is my name now.
Yeah.
I live through it. It's
Yeah.
my brand. It's me.
And what does it mean to
Oh.
you? Doesn't like not literal definition, but what does Skilla mean to you?
Who gave it to you? How did you come up with it?
Skilla is complex. Skilla, the word Skilla, the name Skilla has a complex story to it. Since youngin, I've been very drawn towards the dancehall scene, the reggae music. Like in African homes, we literally throw parties like every Saturdays and Sundays. This party it's just party.
Yeah.
So my family was huge on parties. Like I just know it was gonna be party. Music was dancehall, hip hop. So this name was always brought up. Like Shabba Ranks used to always say Skilla. I always used to like it. I'm like, interesting. But it's always been in my mind, like Skilla. Like always listening to this dancehall music. They always say Skilla.
Yeah, wasn't Burna Boy Skilla, and before every song.
everything's just be like it's been like really resonating in my
Yeah.
ear. I really liked the way it was catchy. Then even in school, my high school back in Europe, like we had to do like research. I made the research about Jamaica, like the Rastafarian culture. Like I just very thrown to it, very like always resonating in my head, like Jamaica, reggae, dancehall, and what was it like? My first trip to Jamaica was like 4 years ago, and since then I've been going to Jamaica like literally every year,
Oh,
or
must
like
be
twice
nice.
a year.
Lifestyle.
Right.
It's a lifestyle.
So when I went to Jamaica the first time, it was more of like just going, I wanted to just tap into a different vibe. Like I go to Europe quite often, I go to Nigeria quite often. I just wanted somewhere different.
Where are you from originally?
My parents are Nigerian,
Okay.
but I was born and raised in Italy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
I was born and raised in Naples.
When'd you come here?
Came here when I was 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
So for those that don't, we talked about the shoes, and you say you're an artist.
Yeah.
They know that you're a stylist too. Is there any like big name people that you've styled?
I've started Runtown. I've started Joe Boy. Started Joe Boy was it 2 years ago for a big magazine shoot. in Africa. It's like it was an upcoming magazine. But I've done a lot of behind the scene for like stylists contacting me to create like mood board for their client. Like, hey, Skilla, like I know you have a very crazy mind with style. Like you always go up like outside the box, like very researched. Like my style are very researched. Like I just don't wear designer just to wear designer. My pieces are always like there's value to it. It's not just the name or I'm wearing Gucci because I'm wearing Gucci. I always tend to like find pieces that like I like, and it's just like, so maybe it's Gucci, yeah, but it's just that's what I like. I can wear Gucci that was made in the 80s because I like the big frame, the vintage frame to it. So I've worked with a lot of few stylists that work with Whiskey, Burna Boy. We have worked with a lot of common artists, I would say, like in the Nigerian Afrobeat scene, like Pretty Boy Dio is another big artist that's upcoming, that's changing the wave heavy from the typical norm of Afrobeats.
Yeah, that's amazing. So you have like a lot of experience and like a lot of different creative like inspiration. So out of all these roles, like what's your favorite role that you have?
My favorite role.
Like, do you like, you know, the modeling part, being the lights, or do you like the whole, you know, behind the scenes creating for stylists, like you said, the mood board? Do you like designing? Like,
I like the behind the scene. The model life was cool and all. That's what just maybe gave me the experience to just explore and just break through different doors and get in different culture. But I don't miss it. It was fun. I love it. I don't kill the dream of a model or anything, but it's just like I love what I'm doing now. I love the behind the scene. I love that I have products that I don't have to go sit and do a casting. I don't have to be stressed out. Are they going to choose me or not? Like,
this is long lasting. This is something you built.
This is brand,
this is my brand. I can model for it. I can use my experience on this or the sleepless night of thinking, when is Vogue gonna call me to do a shoot for them? I can create that for myself now. So now I'm in an interview, like having a hope with my brand. Not describing somebody else's brand.
Exactly. So, that's important. Representation matters.
For me, that matters.
That's huge. That's absolutely huge. No, I absolutely love that. What's your favorite thing that you've created or designed? What out of all these, plus everything else you mentioned, what's your favorite?
My favorite, my muse.
Yeah.
The muse to me. Like, it's just like dream come true, you know. Like I've always wanted shoes that are just comfortable, not the normal, not the closed box shoes. Something that you just slick. You just put your legs in and speak for itself. Like,
I love it.
Like everybody, even when I wear like sweatpants, people always look at my shoes. Like, what is that? Like, it's my muse. It's like, oh, interesting. So it's always I love that no matter how big you dress it or low you dress it's always gonna stand out. So
I love that. Who is like your who are some people that like maybe you look up to or like inspiration for you in the designer, like, and you mentioned a little bit, like, do you like Ye?
Why are you so scared to say yeah?
Yeezys or whatever. Because that's the first thing I thought about is like shoes, because you know there's some similarities on like how he created like his own brand because he wanted something that was going to be like comfortable for him. So that's what it reminded me of. Definitely. He's a little controversial right now, but don't be scared.
I know it's a very gray area for him, like very controversial human, but he's one of my biggest inspiration when it comes to designing, creativity. Like, as I said,
have to give him credit there.
We have to.
We have to give him credit there.
Like, I'm sorry for maybe this might come off very wrong for a lot of people that might take it very sensitive, like what he's been doing, but we still have to give him credit for his. Like, he's a genius.
Yeah.
Like,
besides what he's saying.
Besides what he's saying and do, he's a genius. He's a living genius. For our time being now, he's like a top genius. He has touched every realm that you can touch as a human.
Don't say too much before we get canceled.
No, I don't care. We're not getting canceled. But
I mean,
he's very creative. I 100% agree.
Yeah, so we have to
Yeah.
credit that.
Like
I
he
do,
might be,
yeah.
he might be not the greatest person, but hey, this creativity speaks for
Yeah,
itself.
yeah, it does. It
Like
does.
he really does, and he has inspired a lot of designers, a lot of black designers, a lot of. I don't want to use the culture of black designer, but we've seems to be very put down low. Like we don't count. You only hear about the white
Black,
designers.
right,
Or
exactly.
the word black designer. We're just designers. We're just artists. You
Yeah.
shouldn't just be black.
Why can't we be people?
Or just be
Yeah.
an artist or be a philosopher without being the black person. So he really broke that boundary, like having black people working for Louis Vuitton, Fendi, big powerhouses that these are controlled by Caucasians.
Yeah.
This is now we have black designers in these places designing crazy stuff. Like we saw what Virgil did for Louis Vuitton.
That's true. You know, listening you speak, do you see yourself representing Gucci as what's the black guy that does the designing for Gucci?
Oh,
Doc,
I met him.
what is his
I
name?
know his name was Liz.
Damn.
Dr. Pep.
No.
Are you talking about Dapper?
Dapper.
Yeah.
So
Again, do you see yourself on that? Because he's kind of creative as you too.
yeah,
He's very out of the box.
Very.
This man is way out of the box.
And the way he started was more of like bringing like luxury to the black culture. Like, you know what? Since Louis Vuitton is talking about we don't make clothes for black people, I'm gonna make it for my people. He was literally redesigning Louis Vuitton patches,
For
making varsity jacket, making pants. Louis Vuitton didn't make these things, but he made it on his own. Like since you guys are talking about basically black people, like, we're gonna make it. All these fashion houses make money through black culture. We have a different vibe to this, to what they make that bring it marketable. Like all this brand that we wear was never made for us, but we took it and like, you know what? It's now us now.
that's true.
And now they're trying to take from our culture.
yeah,
You
yes,
see it in their
yes.
little fashion runways,
Definitely,
yeah.
implementing like African wear, Black history wear, like
Like, thank you for doing that. Too late. We've been doing this for you guys. Like, thanks for
Yeah.
recognizing us now. But
Yeah.
we've been in the street where it's started from black people.
we're a huge influence
Like
to the
huge
world.
to the world.
Yeah.
So and above the world.
Yeah,
So-
absolutely.
So what's one? I know a lot of kids are gonna watch this. Maybe adults will watch this. So what makes the outfit? Like, what makes the outfit?
Me, I'm big on shoes. I love shoes.
We know.
I can literally not care about my
So you feel like the shoes have to be a statement.
shoes have to be.
I agree.
I
Shoes and hygiene.
yes.
Yeah.
Very. I'm gonna give you guys a secret. I know maybe this might break a lot of people's ear, but I always look at people's shoes when they come to me. That's the first thing I do. I don't look at the face, the shirt, nothing. The first thing I do is look at the shoes.
That's normal, right? Because
Not for everybody.
everyone doesn't look at.
But definitely shoes is a statement.
Everyone has something that they pay attention.
there's-
Smile,
yeah.
your eyes, all that.
There's a
stuff.
few
So
people that are like shoe people, and that's the first. Like I know a few people that and say
that's
the same
right,
thing.
though.
They
I
literally look
agree
at
with you. The shoe, because the shoe.
I agree. I think that's the first thing that
make it.
catches my eye.
Is the shoe.
Honestly.
Mine's just the introduction. Like, here's the shoe. Once the shoe fit well, okay, we can continue.
So you can tell a Gucci fake and a
You could tell someone's
Yeah, I'm not a quality control specialist.
Oh,
like,
yeah, but-
I'm not the kind of guy that, oh yeah, those. Hey, each his own.
Yeah.
But I can tell certain shoes are not what they are supposed to be. You know? But hey, that's what you decided to wear.
For example, like, you know, Dior shoes are $13K and people, not everybody got them. I've seen a lot of people
Yeah.
at Tantrum
Whoa.
wearing so-called Dior shoes, okay?
Yeah.
No.
No comment. I'm sorry. it doesn't have to necessarily be tantrum. Though.
I had to throw Tantrum.
We are very sensitive about that. You know, like we treat that place very,
very special.
very special. You know,
We'll be seeing you guys this weekend. Though,
like,
so.
please don't say that. Let's just say around the city. Around the city.
Listen.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of the Air Force One, Dior's, which I know, like, how much I love shoes. I wouldn't go purchase those, like those are 13K, as you said, and up. So me seeing you with that kind of shoe made me think like,
Sure.
my bro,
What are your priorities?
what's going on? Like, I know you're not a celebrity, I know you're not a style influencer, I know you're not in the fashion scene, so
Yeah, and I'm not shading anybody. I'm sure
No,
there's
no,
people
no.
who really actually own the real
definitely,
pair, but I'm sorry.
There's a lot of
Not
a
everybody.
lot of cool kids in the city of
Yeah.
Minneapolis that really collect shoes. Like
Yeah.
a lot of dope. People sleep on Minneapolis. I really it breaks my heart every day that people from outside. Oh, Minneapolis, we have talent.
You
for
better tell them.
days.
Yup.
Like raw talent. Like we have raw talent in Minneapolis, and
Why when the topic of Minneapolis? I know Minneapolis before COVID.
yes.
Minneapolis was starting up the fashion scene and having the fashion show. Did you get a chance to represent yourself in those fashion shows?
Yeah, I definitely did as a model. I did a lot of fashion shows, like showcasing just talent, which is cool, I would say. Now looking back, it wasn't a waste of time, but it was definitely like awareness, networking, building, if not a family, at least building a niche of people knowing, like, oh, he's a model, oh, now he's a creator, oh, now, all these little things come up from that. I saw him at a runway show for Minneapolis fashion show and stuff like that. Shooting with different artists from here. So I did that. My first fashion show was last year. Was with Energy Gear. They did a fashion show with the Minneapolis.
Shout out to Energy Gear though.
Yeah.
They're coming up.
Yeah, they gave me a platform. They hit me up. Mike was like, hey, I would like you to add you on my lineup to the open for my fashion show. Also, Sarah Edwards made that happen. She's a great connector in the city, and that was my first fashion show. Loved it. A lot of tear of joy that it was in me that I wanted to just express, like from being a model to now bringing my design, styling, choosing my model. Like, hey, yeah, like it was amazing. Then a lot of artists that was part of the show respected my craft. Like they loved my pieces. Everybody was just amazed. Like, seriously? This is from here? Are you from somewhere else? Like, he's just upcoming artist. I think you're bigger than just an upcoming artist. But to me, it was very flattering. Like, I really loved it.
So should we be looking forward to you in the fashion? Well, this time around, you're gonna be showcasing
your brand. We're gonna be
brand.
seeing.
Definitely.
So should we be looking forward to that in the near future, or?
Definitely. I wouldn't want to necessarily do fashion shows. I want to do like pop-up shops. I want to do like full-on experience. Maybe you kind of noticed like last week in a tantrum when I brought out the shoe.
I'll be definitely there.
That's what I like my lifestyle to meet fashion. That's why to me my slogan is fashion meet lifestyle. Those two is.
I like that slogan.
It's like very. Skilla is a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. Everything that my brand shows is what I live or what we live. Like everybody part of my brand or that actually loves my brand know about the lifestyle. That's why they love it. It's not just shoes. It's how it comes with the whole lifestyle. They know Skilla is personal. Like everybody that's rocking Skilla is like they're personal to me because most of them that are really close to me. The first people buying Skilla were my closest people. Gilbert, he took it to himself to be an influencer. I never knew he wanted to be an influencer. And
Gilbert's a model, first of all. You didn't know that? Like, I don't know, like he's an actual model.
He was very natural. The very first shoot we did was very natural. Was at brunch, and it was just like, hey, let's go outside. He actually took Steven, nice guys, took the picture. Was outside. He was like, hey, take this picture, and he naturally. One of our great customer was there with his Rolls Royce. It was just
shout out to that Rolls Royce.
It was a vibe, and everybody wanted like that to happen. I was like, yeah, go stand, be in the car. What do you want to do? Like, it's your car now. So the support that I've been having
love
around
that.
Skilla is just amazing, and so that's why I say it's a lifestyle. Everybody around Skilla is a lifestyle. As I said, Gilbert, Charlo, Mafi, even my little brother is like he's
Shout out to the whole family.
like it's bigger than just just muse and design. It's a whole, as I said, it's a lifestyle.
And to go back there, I feel like we as friends, I feel like we need to encourage each other more. And for me, I'll take this platform to actually tell you that I'm proud
Thank you.
to see, and I want the fact that a lot of us business people, we like to move fast. We think about this idea, we want to run with it. But with Skilla, being around Skilla, I was able to learn that this side of news, he took his time. It wasn't that, I had this, I'm gonna move quick with it. He took his time, and you can tell with the story. He said five visits to Mexico just to get one piece. So just keep that momentum going. There's no rush to perfection.
There's no rush to
There's
greatness.
there's no rush to
But
greatness.
lateness is not greatness.
I love that. Oh, love Black men excellence. Like that's amazing.
Thank you.
So we always like to kind of ask this question and to conclude, and it's like a very important question, but like what piece of advice do you have for anyone that's watching this that you encourage them to like move forward with their dreams? What would you say?
Keep dreaming. I'm a big dreamer. Like people always laugh at me when I tell them I take trips every day. I literally, in my head, I travel. like I'm always, I'm going because it's just like I'm complex. I'm thinking, I'm plotting. Like even being around the group I am with, that we call the management, even giving me that platform of just being more creative. Like I'm always thinking, what next? What we're gonna do? What's the next? So it's just don't stop. It might take time. Time is luxury. Time is, you don't play with time. Like I would never think like 6-7 years ago like I would be in this position. I had a vision. I had a dream of it, like a mood board of it. Like I want to be in an interview. I want to sit. I want to do this, but just the process. You might think you're not doing nothing, but as long as you are actually doing it, it's gonna take you somewhere. Not doing nothing is worse than actually. Like
keep dreaming.
Just keep dreaming. Just keep doing. Not doing is worst. Like I have a vision about it. I don't have the platform for me. I'm in Minneapolis. There's no lodge. There's no this. Not. It's
Excuses. Don't make excuses.
Don't.
Yeah.
Those are one of the biggest traits of failure. Just excuses. Just do it. Things are gonna fall in place.
I respect that dream. Keep dreaming.
You just gotta keep dreaming.
Keep dreaming.
Like I could have been left. I had residency in Atlanta during the pandemic, working with a brand, Billie Jean, which is another big brand.
Shout out to them.
That supports me, believes in me fully. Like they literally, I was on the phone for like 4 hours, just telling me, Skilla, like, hey, like you can do this. You the next. Like just, I was like, why do you guys see all of this in me? Like, as I say, I'm just the vibe guy, just chill.
I think that's and that's what kind of differentiates you on our platform or in general, anyone that I've actually come across is a lot of people, when they start a brand, they're like, oh, my goal is to get out of Minnesota and like make it in LA or like go to this. You are like, I'm trying to like start and like expand here. Like you are writing for Minnesota and you're trying to like show and highlight the colors, the influence, the culture, the beauty that we have here. And I think that's freaking phenomenal.
At first I was very big on Minnesota, like just out of the anger.
As we all
I
have.
used to travel a lot.
Out of the anger.
I mean, give us a few weeks when it starts snowing again. Like we don't.
We're gonna be saying that.
Yeah, we're like at this place.
But we're just like more, just like the culture wasn't there.
Yeah.
The support, just everything was just
Yeah.
hard. It was just more this place. I'm leaving. I'm going.
Yeah.
But there was something about it that always brought me back, and I just knew
Home.
something special. And now, Skilla Leather Goods is from Minneapolis. Hate it or love it, it's from here. I live
exactly.
here. I'm based here. it's home. So the culture is here. So
That's amazing.
I'm definitely building it, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, I think that's amazing. Thank you so much, Skilla, for
you.
coming,
Yeah.
for bringing your amazing, smelling good leather, and thank you for the food. We're about to eat this right now.
Thank you for
We
having
appreciate
me.
you. We always say we love to see the progress people make, like in the future. So we'd love to have you back someday, and we know you're gonna be bigger than you are already now. We're probably gonna have to like go through 10 securities to get to you. But
No, you don't have to go through management. My financial analyst.
absolutely.
Those are my road goals, man.
No, thank you so much for coming. We
Thank you.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you,
And
Skilla.
thanks everyone for watching.
Thank you,
Until
thank
next
you,
time.
Thank you.